Aaron instead. Today's story is the Ten Commandments. 3 months after they had escaped from Egypt, the people of Israel arrived at Sinai. At the foot of Mount Sinai, the people set up their camps just as God had wanted. God called Moses and told him, "Tell the children of Israel to devote themselves to God. They shall wash their clothes and be ready by the third day, for on the third day I will appear on Mount Sinai for all to see." On the third day there was thunder and lightning. A thick cloud settled on the mountain amid loud trumpet sounds. Moses led the people to the foot of the mountain, and there they saw smoke rising from its peak. God had come down to the mountain in a ball of fire. He told Moses to meet him at the top, and Moses went up. There, on the summit, Moses received the 10 Commandments. "I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make any idols. I will show love to 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commandments, but punish those who disobey," God said. "You shall not take the name of your God in vain. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. For 6 days you shall work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to your God. On it you shall not do any work, for in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested on the seventh day. So the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy." God continued, "Honor your father and your mother. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not make false judgments against your neighbor. You shall not long for anything that belongs to your neighbor." When God had finished speaking, he gave Moses 2 stone tablets. On those tablets were the 10 Commandments written by God himself. Moses remained on the mountain for the next 40 days, receiving the commandments and other messages. During this time, Moses neither ate nor drank. While he was gone, the people of Israel became impatient and tired. They thought that Moses had deserted them and was never coming back. So they went to Moses' brother Aaron and asked him to make a god whom they could see. And so Aaron made the people a golden cow that they began to worship. Meanwhile, God told Moses about the sins of the people. "Go down, because your people have become corrupt. They have sinned. Now leave me alone, so that my anger can burn against them and destroy them, and I will make of you a great nation." But Moses begged God to forgive his children. He said, "O Lord, why should your anger burn against your people, whom you brought out of Egypt? Turn from your anger and do not bring disaster on your people. Remember your servants Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and Israel, to whom you promised to make their children as numerous as the stars in the sky and give them all this land." God listened to Moses and agreed not to harm the people of Israel. Moses thanked him and vowed that he would show the people the right way and make them obey the commandments. Moses returned to the Israelites and persuaded them to return to the worship of God. Moses then led the Israelites as they wandered through the wilderness for 40 years. After Moses died, a new leader, Joshua, led the Israelites into the land of Canaan. After several wars, the Israelites defeated the Canaanites with the help of God and settled in this rich land. The 10 Commandments. "Thou shalt have no gods before me. Thou shalt not make the likeness or image of anything that is in heaven. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord in vain. Thou shalt remember the Sabbath. Thou shalt honor thy mother and father. Thou shalt not murder. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not make false statements against thy neighbors. Thou shalt not long for anything that belongs to thy neighbors." Alright, Alden. So, the story of the 10 Commandments is over. I just want to remind you that Dad loves you and Dad misses you very, very much. And I hope to see you soon. Until next time, love you. Good night.